So listen, this is your forecast for July, and let me ask you this. Are you ready for new love and romance? That goes for those of you who are single, for those of you already in a relationship. Hey, this is the month to do the dance, as Venus and Mars are together in what we call a conjunction, traveling together in the sky, which it only does once a year. And so when we have that, we love it, right? And this dance is showing up in your third house for communication and travel. So those of you single and you'll be out traveling, hey, you might just come across Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, and that will be awesome. And there's a lot of communication, and that will keep you communicating after you get home if this person is in a different city or a different state. Some people do long distance travel, right? Or maybe you're on a dating app or whatnot, and you could come across him or her there as well. But traveling is a great time for you now. The third house is more short distance travel. So not really talking of taking that long journey over to Europe or down to Australia. But hey, neighboring cities up into the mountains or to the beach or whatnot is absolutely fantastic this month because of the joy that Venus has. You know, it expresses its heart. And when we talk about expressing the heart, hey, you might be sharing with your partner exactly what you're feeling. If you've been holding it too close, and sometimes we're too vulnerable to really express what it is that we're thinking and feeling, right? Or maybe your partner has been too vulnerable to really fully allow him or herself to open up to you, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. And of course, I get calls on this all the time. What is he or she thinking, feeling now? Hey, this month, they are going to express to you because of the action of Mars wanting, needing to come up and out with it. And the response is equal, right? So, hey, we got progress this month, and it's going to be very, very playful. And I say that here, Gemini, because of it being in the house or the area of your chart that you rule, which is the third house for communication. But it's in the sign of Leo. And Leo is very playful, right? So it's going to be a playful month where everything is very open. Heart chakras are open. We're taking in and downloading and taking action. So that is the beauty for you. New love, maybe this month, or even existing love, going deep, but also journeying. This is probably one of the best times here coming up for you to get out and about, even if you don't have a long vacation to look forward to. Hey, just a long weekend may do wonders. The sun, which is essentially you, is right now cruising through your second house of money and income. So I could see that, yes, you will be spending more, but you're also thinking, where can new streams of avenue come in? And I could see, Gemini, that several of you under COVID has really been looking at new ways to generate income streams, mutual, extra income streams, not just your daily, monthly job, but it's the side jobs that you're so good at doing. You're going to see something now spark, especially around the 10th when we have the new moon. If you're thinking of launching a new business or a new line or whatever it is, you want to wait to the 10th and then allow it to go out. The new moon is 18 degrees in Cancer, so you might want to check your own chart to see if you have any other planets at 18 degrees. This new moon will help initiate and spark it. Talking about moons, well, we got the full moon on the 24th. This is going to be up in your 9th house. This is the area of long distance travel. That could also be a great time for you to take off and be on vacation. The full moon is 1 degrees in Aquarius, so you might want to check your chart for any other planets at 1 degrees. They will ping off on this full moon, bring that to light and illuminate it as well. Now, we have Saturn retrograde there, and so in its transit within those first 12 to 16 hours, that full moon is going to be passing off on Saturn, bringing maybe a situation to the surface. Now, Saturn is the taskmaster. That is where we have to live up to karmic debts as well, right? Saturn is retrograde right now. So if you have any unfinished business, or if you've been waiting for something for a long time, maybe like a green card, ninth house rules that. If you're waiting for any kind of settlement, that's been taking for ages. Well, the full moon could now initiate this and bring it back to you. That is on the 24th of July. So we want to keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, you are communicating really, really well because your ruler, Gemini, is now in your first house. And the first house is you. It's your personality. It's how you come across. And we know that you have the gift of gab, right? To communicate, to promote. I mean, this is your thing, Gemini. When it goes through your first house, you just get that extra additional flair to bring out whatever it is that's important to you right now. You're definitely going to be able to bring it across to the people that you meet upon your path. Speaking of retrogrades, well, we do have Jupiter and Neptune also retrograde in your 10th house for career. Now, Jupiter normally takes a full year to cruise the sign. It started off early January of 21 in your 9th house, right, where it's going to be for a year. But right now, for a short period of time, it's dipping its feet into your career house. Now, that is awesome news. Why? Because Jupiter expands everything it touches, right? And so you want your career to expand. You'll get a little touch, a little taste, a little feel of it before retrograde brings it back into the 9th house, where it's going to be till the end of the year. But you're going to get a feel of what 2022 can bring for you. And that is great, especially because it's in the sign of Pisces. And Pisces is very creative. It's very spiritual. And of course, Jupiter is very enthusiastic. So I can see a lot of you now feeling that enthusiasm, even in spite Jupiter being retrograde. But you're feeling, because the vision has already now opening up for you about what your chances in the future is going to be. And Neptune is there as well. And Neptune rules this area of the 10th house. And it, of course, Jupiter is the ancient ruler. So when you have these two in your career house, my goodness, you are setting yourself up. Whatever you do now for the rest of this year here at Gemini, you will see the consequences, and you're just going to be raking it in next year. So that is pretty much the short and the skinny of this month. We don't really have a lot of, difficult or hard things to go through. I'm just cutting straight to the point so you could get all that good news. And for you, of course, it is that new love and journeying this month that will really be taking you where you need to go. All right. So have a good one, and I will see you next month, Gemini. Bye now.